So today, lads, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be doing a bracket. We're going to be making our bracket for the March Madness. And it is an interesting one here. Have I watched every one of these teams play? No. But at the end of the day, we're going to make this bracket, and it should be an interesting one here to see how I get on. So first couple of rounds should be relatively okay. After that, I never know if you get one wrong. I remember last year I predicted Vanderbilt to beat Duke with Michaela Blakes, and I've been called an idiot by enough people, and now suddenly Vanderbilts are hooped this year. Anyway, we're gonna go first of all. Obviously, UConn win. Iowa State should beat Syracuse. I'm not the biggest Audie Crooks fan, but I think Audie Crooks should win that. Maryland, as much as I don't like Maryland, should beat Murray State. North Carolina should beat Western Illinois. I assume Notre Dame are a 6 seed. Wow, they're way better than a 6 seed. They are way better than a 6 seed. Ohio State to win this. I think, is it safe to just go higher seed in nearly every game in the first round? Like, obviously, South Carolina are going to win. I think USC are going to beat Clemson. It might be my first lower seed. But I kind of, like, Jazzy Davis, I think, is injured. I still don't think they're that bad, even without her. I'm still going to predict USC to win this game. Michigan State versus Colorado State. Michigan State. Oklahoma win this. Washington beats South Dakota State. TCU win. Georgia win. Iowa win. Obviously against the 15th seed. UCLA are going to win. Oklahoma State versus Princeton. I'll go Oklahoma State, but that's kind of a tough one. Ole Miss are going to beat Gonzaga. Minnesota are going to beat Green Bay. Baylor are going to win. Richmond aren't that bad. Nebraska and Richmond aren't that bad, are they? But I'm still predicting Baylor. Duke are going to kill Charleston. Texas Tech versus Nova. I don't rate Texas Tech that highly. I know they got off to that big undefeated start. I'm going to best predict Nova to win this game. LSU are going to win. Texas are going to win. Oregon versus Virginia Tech. I think Oregon are a bit of a sleeper team. I don't think they're that bad. Kentucky, West Virginia. Alabama versus Rhode Island. Alabama, Louisville to win. NC State versus Tennessee. Okay, how bad is Tennessee's chemistry? That's all it comes down to. Talent-wise, Tennessee is the better team. I'll go Tennessee. NC State don't have the firepower they had last year. UConn versus Iowa State. Audie Crooks the GOAT, but nah. UConn by like 40. Addie Brown. Unless Addie. Don't talk yourself into this. UConn by like 20 minimum. Maryland, North Carolina. I'll go Maryland to win that. Notre Dame, Ohio State. I'm going Notre Dame. I just trust Hannah Hidalgo in a one-off game. Vanderbilt versus Illinois. I'm going to go Vanderbilt. I think Blake's is too good. And like point guard for Vanderbilt's killing it. For sure, probably going to win freshman of the year. South Carolina versus USC, South Carolina. Michigan State versus Oklahoma, Oklahoma. Washington versus TCU. I'm going Washington. I don't know why I'm not as sold on TCU as a lot of people. I'm going to go Washington to win that. I think Washington are a bad team. I'm going to predict Iowa to beat Georgia. Then UCLA, Oklahoma State, UCLA. Ole Miss versus Minnesota, Ole Miss. Baylor versus Duke. I'm going to go Duke just because they hit form at the right time. And LSU beat Nova. Texas versus Oregon, Texas. But I have a weird feeling this game might be closer than people think. Kentucky versus West Virginia. I'll go Kentucky. Alabama versus Louisville. Give me Louisville. And I'll go Michigan to win that. UConn versus Maryland. UConn. Notre Dame versus Vanderbilt. Am I crazy? Do I have too much trust in Hannah Hidalgo? I think I might have too much trust in Hannah Hidalgo. I think even though they didn't even make the Elite Eight last year, I'm predicting them to make the Elite Eight this year. I might have too much trust in Hannah Hidalgo. But I'm predicting Elite Eight for Notre Dame. South Carolina versus Oklahoma. Oklahoma already beat them. South Carolina are just a weird team. Like, I don't know. They're either going to be... I really don't know. I'm going to go South Carolina, but Oklahoma could win that game. Washington versus Iowa. Iowa in a close one. Iowa in a close one, getting to the Elite Eight. UCLA versus Ole Miss. UCLA. Duke versus LSU. Just due to hatred for Carl Lawson, I think Flaw J. Johnson gets LSU that win against Duke. I think just purely out of hatred for Carl Lawson. Competitive hatred, that is, not hatred for her as a person. Texas to beat Kentucky. I don't think either of these teams are that good, but Michigan, I guess, to get to the Elite Eight. I predicted 1-2 everywhere. I predicted 1-2 everywhere other than Regional 1. And UConn to beat Notre Dame by 30. South Carolina versus Iowa. South Carolina by like 40. Iowa, because of the way Iowa play, the second they play a team that's better than them, they're going to get pummeled. And like, I think if TCU get into that Elite or Sweet 16, I don't see them beating TCU. Iowa cannot beat a team with any talent, cannot beat a team with talent the way they play. They play smash mouth basketball, they play ugly basketball. Any sort, they will leave you wide open. They will dare you to shoot. They will let you play, do whatever you want. And whatever your A game is, they will let you do it. They're going to get pummeled by the first good team they play. Then UCLA, LSU. UCLA by a decent chunk as well. I think LSU might have gotten out of a lot of these sections into the Final Four. I just don't see it this time. Texas versus Michigan, Texas comfortably. I predicted 4 number 1 seeds. It was 4 1 seeds last year, so... Oh, it wasn't. UConn weren't 1 seed. Every single person in the world predicted UConn to win last year. And they didn't. So, we got UConn versus South Carolina. I'm going to go UConn. I don't think South Carolina match up well to them this year. I don't think they don't have the size to really dominate them. Like when South Carolina have been beating UConn, they had Aaliyah Boston, they had Camila Cardoso. I think this year they kind of have the guard play. They might have the guard play, if not an advantage, at least an equivalent guard play. But yeah, I don't see much out more than that. And UCLA versus Texas, Texas beat them at the start of the year. This is a weird one because, man, no. Lauren Betts she's been playing better. Sienna Betts is back. No, I'll go UCLA. And I'm going to predict, I don't think UConn have the answers. I don't. Like, this UCLA team versus last year's UCLA team are different teams. I don't think they have the answers. I think they have the answers to Lauren Betts. But, like, you've got a UConn team, which, yes, I know they've been more successful, but player for player are worse than last year. But you've got a UCLA team who got Gianna Neepkins in on a transfer, who got Ledger Walker back, who got Sienna Betts in. You're looking at 3 really, really good players coming into their squad. Like, obviously, Dugalich was there. Kiki Rice is playing the best basketball of her life. Lauren Betts is still Lauren Betts. And Gabriela Jaquez. If Gabriela Jaquez shoots like she did in before conference play, if she's there hooping, if she's shooting well, I don't see how. I don't see how UConn can stop them. That being said, UConn have the 2 best players on the floor. It's a tricky one. Because player for player, UConn have the 2 best players. And UCLA have the next 5. But Sarah Strong's really good. As is AZ. Like, player for player, UCLA are better. UConn have Gino. UCLA have Corey Close. That's a big advantage for UConn. I still think the seniors win out. I think an entire team of seniors. I think an entire team of seniors are going to be hungry enough. I think an entire team of seniors go and do it. I think an entire team of seniors. I just think it's their last time. It's their last dance for every single player on that team, other than Sienna Betts. Alright. Oh, we'll be getting minutes. I think the seniors win out. I think the seniors win out. and it is going to be a UCLA championship. I think they just, like, it's cliche to say they want it more, but I think they'll want it more. I don't know why I'm predicting UCLA to win this.